Do you ever wish your dog was more excited and motivated to play with you? Do you struggle to get them to want to work for their food or even engage in food? Perhaps they're just not all that fussed about food or toys at all. Or maybe your dog is really motivated to work with you at home, but step out into the world and it's a whole different story. Suddenly it's as if you don't exist. The world is calling and you just don't match up to all the excitement. How can you show your dog that you really do have the best deal? How can you make sure that you're providing experiences that are rewarding and that your dog will want to say yes to? Not just sometimes or maybe or in some environments, but every single time, no matter where you are. Welcome to Food and Toys, creating a truly rewarding experience. The first and most important question to ask yourself is this: what does your dog find reinforcing? This is so important. Discovering what lights your dog up is key to their learning and to your relationship. Every dog has unique preferences, experiences that they find rewarding and joyful and they want to do. Part of this could be to do with your dog's breed. For example, scent hounds typically love to sniff. Herding breeds like Border Collies instinctively love to stalk, chase, manage movement, and basically they want to work. Gun dogs, they often find huge amounts of joy and reward in retrieving and holding and carrying, might even be your arm. If your dog is a mix of breeds, you'll often find they've inherited a mix of characteristics too. Of course, every dog is an individual with a unique personality, so don't be surprised if your dog doesn't quite fit the breed manual. The environment will also give you great clues about what your dog finds rewarding. What would your dog do if they were given the choice? Do they take utter delight in chasing after wildlife, birds, or other dogs? Perhaps they love nothing better than to spend their time sniffing or making a beeline to other people's picnics. Maybe they're excited by movement or by scent. Do they collect sticks or other dogs' balls? You need to become your dog's detective. Literally, watch your dog, watch their cues, and become their expert at the same time. Once you've identified those experiences that your dog enjoys and you know what makes them tick, what truly taps into their sense of purpose, you need to build those things into fun and rewarding experiences with you. This is absolutely vital. It's the difference between a dog who's motivated to work for their food, finds toys reinforcing and knows without a doubt that you are the source of the very best fun, and a dog who checks out or lacks motivation and training that just doesn't quite hit the spot. So where do you actually start? Well, first of all, take a moment to think about what your dog has access to when you're not training or you're not interacting with them. Do they have lots of opportunities to reward and reinforce themselves when maybe you're not part of the picture? That might be lots of free play with another dog in your household, or maybe it's unlimited access to toys or a constantly full bowl of food. All of those things can really mean that your dog is less motivated to work with you and less rewarded by the experiences that you have to provide, and potentially has less appetite and potentially has less energy or attention when you want to train. This really isn't about wanting to deprive your dog. It's about making sure those experiences do have significance in their day and meaning, and build your relationship with your dog rather than making you, well, a little bit unimportant. Think about the delivery. With that in mind, one of the most powerful strategies you have is ditch the bowl. This really is the foundation to having a crazy food-motivated dog and to building and boosting your relationship. Think about how you can turn that food into an experience. If your dog loves to chase, then how can you maybe create that experience with food? Bowl it, flick it, make it move fast, create a better experience for a food-motivated dog by animating each and every piece of food and making their reward more interesting to them. The variety's fun. Make sure each piece of food does have a purpose and that you're part of the experience. Let them catch it, roll it, literally ping it across the floor so they really get to chase it, or let them follow it in your hands. For toy-motivated dogs, let them chase a whip toy or a tug toy on a line and basically let them parade, let them enjoy the game, maybe even a tennis ball on a rope or a squeaker. Maybe before you ask for it, think about letting them have their experience. Some dogs really do find that a lot of pressure and actually quite hard, that when you ask them for their favourite toy, they don't want to give it up. Another dog might find that simply asking them for their favourite behaviour can be a great reward experience. Look at the individual dog in front of you. Think about how you can recreate those joyful experiences the environment is so quick to offer. So they choose you over the squirrel, the jogger, the half-eaten hamburger, and ultimately let your dog know what is the best deal. The experience with you will become more rewarding than chasing any wildlife, sniffing the anticipating aromas all around and all the things that the world has to offer, or even pulling on a lead to get to the next lamppost or the park. You will become a master of creating reward experiences that will ascend your training and your dog's motivation for working with you. And of course, it's not just about the food and toys. Some dogs love the praise or affection or are hungry and hugely rewarded by an opportunity to do their favourite behaviour or their favourite trick. Look at the dog and train the dog in front of you and make sure you're not becoming predictable or boring. Part of the law of the environment is its unpredictability.